Hi guys, thanks for clicking on the video today. My name is Maria and I'm back with another video, y'all. I just finished this eye look. This is what I'm calling my smoky blue eye look. Now we know I guess with blue eyeshadow period, it can be bold, it can be stunning, but it also can be outdated and it can look clownish. But in today's tutorial, I am going to be showing you how I came up with this eye look. No, I have not put on any foundation, any base makeup just yet. But I just wanted to come on and just do this introduction, y'all, because I'm so excited about this eye look. But I will say, I just want to preface and say that the lighting on the tutorial may look a little weird. I had my camera on a different setting and I was wondering like what's going on with the lights. And I realized after I finished the eye look that the settings were off. So that's all I wanted to say, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'm going to be using Danessa Myricks, MAC, and some Sephora collection products. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Okay, guys. So I don't have anything on my face. Not anything. No skincare, no primer, no anything. Because we're just going to start out with the eyes first. And I'm going to start priming my eyes. I'm going to use my Danessa Myricks. This is her Lift and Flex concealer. I don't use this a lot. So I thought it would be a good idea to use it to prime my eyes. And I really don't use this because the applicator is so small and it only allows for you to apply concealer in very small strokes. And maybe that's the intention, but when it comes to concealer, I need a bigger wand so I can really sweep it across my eyes. But y'all know Danessa, she's with the little tiny dots. So that's what this concealer gives. It gives little, just small application. And this particular shade, this is shade 12. I don't think it's real. Let me see. Yeah, this is shade 12. Shade 12. And I don't think it's really the best shade for me. I was going to go back and purchase another shade, but it's really yellow. And again, I'm not a fan of the applicator. But it's supposed to be a full coverage concealer. So we're just going to prime our eyes with it. We're going to use it for something. And y'all, I'm just going to do one eye. Well, I'll prime both eyes, but I'm just going to do one eye at a time. And y'all, I just woke up. You see my eyes are still kind of puffy. I'm going to go in with the Sephora Collection Translucent Setting Powder. And we're just going to use this to set the concealer. So the next thing I'm going to do is go in with a transition shade. And that is going to be this is from my Patrick Ta palette. We're going to go in with this shade here. And I'm using the Sephora 19 brush. Y'all, these brushes are so soft. So soft. Even though I have my Eco Tools blending brushes for my eyes, those are good, but they don't compare as far as the softness of the Sephora brushes. And then I'm going to take this Real Techniques. This is a blending brush. This is, you can't see the numbers, but this is a blending brush. And I'm just going to, it's clean. It doesn't have any product on it. And we're just going to make sure there are no harsh lines. Now, if you wanted to, you can use a deeper transition shade. I just wanted to go with something really, really light. Okay, so we're going to stop right there and let's get to the fun part. Okay, guys, so for our smoky elegant blue eye today, I guess you could say. We're going to be using about 4 different products. So I have my Denesamyrix Cobalt Blue. We also have the Denesamyrix Mermaid. So Cobalt Blue and Mermaid. So I want to do something with these. And then we have the MAC Triennial Wave. And we also have the Sephora collection. We have the Sephora collection. I'm not sure what this shade is. I will put it on the screen. And yeah, so we're going to create something. Y'all, this look has been in my spirit all week. And I said, you know what? Today I'm going to get up and do it. Now, I've done this look before. I did it on my birthday when I was in New Orleans, but it wasn't the best. So I just want to try it again and add a little bit more oomph to it. So that's what we're doing. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with the Cobalt Blue and see how this works. So I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. Uh-oh, that's a lot of bit. Ooh, that's a lot of bit. So this is what the Cobalt Blue looks like on the back of my hand. And we're just going to just tap our finger into this. And y'all know, again, with these color fixes, a little bit goes a long, long way. But we're just going to tap this. Tap, tap, tap. I'm going to go all the way up to my brow bone. And it's okay to get a little bit messy with it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then I'm going to take that blending brush and we're just going to kind of blend this out. Blend the edges out just a little bit so it can look, you know, more seamless. And we're just going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm going to tap just a little bit more. I typically like to let the blue kind of dry all the way down, but we're just going to go on the lid and let it get just a little bit more, just a little darker. Yeah, that's it. So we're going to let this dry down, and once this dries down, then we're going to go on top of this with our powder eyeshadow. Now if you wanted to just leave this like this, you know, with the color fix, you could clean this up and then maybe smoke it out with like a black eyeshadow, or if you have a deeper, darker, like a navy blue eyeshadow, you definitely can do that. And I wish I had a blue eyeshadow palette. I've been looking at that new palette from oh, I can't remember his first name, but I think his last name is, I'm just going to put it up on the screen. He's a makeup artist that's just come out with some really, really cool eyeshadow palettes. I've been looking at this blue palette, y'all, and that's what I wish I had today. But we're going to use what we got. So we want to let this dry down, and then we're going to go on top of it with the powder eyeshadow. Okay, guys, so we let the color fix dry down. I think it looks really good. I want to go in with this MAC Triennial Wave. This is a really pretty blue, and I want to kind of keep this concentrated. I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with my lighting. I don't know if it's my ring light, but something just happened. But I want to keep this blue shade concentrated down on the lid. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but we just want to concentrate the powder foundation on the lid, and then we're going to be blending it out. And I'm using this Sephora 15 brush. So that is what that color looks like. And we're just going to start. But I'm going to tell you guys, the best brush for this is the Real Techniques 318 brush. Y'all, I love that brush, but I lost it. It came in a set, and It's somewhere in this house, but I cannot find it to save my life. It's a medium shadow brush, but for my eyes, I can just pack my shadow onto that and just tap it all over the lid, and it just goes into the right places. But this Sephora brush is really nice too. So we're just... All right, guys, so that's it. That's all we're going to do with the powder eyeshadow. I think with the other eye, this eye over here, I think I'm going to use the Sephora collection eyeshadow. So you get to see what that looks like if you're not really into the MAC eyeshadows and you want something a little bit more affordable. We'll see what that Sephora collection eyeshadow can do. All right, guys, so you actually can leave your eye alone right here at this step. Again, just clean it up. If you want to smoke it out even more, again, you can go in with a black shadow or a really deep dark blue shadow and smoke that out. But what we're going to do now for my eye look, we're going to go in with Mermaid. We're going to just top it just a little bit with this sparkly shade. I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. Now you can use a brush if you want to do this, but I'm going to just use my fingers, y'all. I just find, for me, using the fingers is less intimidating. And if you want to go all the way to the inner corner, you can do that. And then just bring it to like the middle of the lid. Again, taking that brush that's clean with no product and just kind of blending out the corners or the edges, not the corners, the edges. And again, this is buildable. If you want more sparkle, you definitely can go for more sparkle. But I think I'm going to leave it right there because I like that. And this is going to be the look that I'm going out into the day with. So, yeah, I love that. All right, guys, so I am going to take a little bit more of the, I'm going to take a little bit more of the cobalt shade, that darker blue. And I'm taking this is the Sephora, well, this is the Sephora lip brush, but it's so small, so tiny. I'm going to use this to apply that blue into my waterline. And I'm doing this at this step because y'all know these color fixes, they are waterproof, they dry down, and then they don't move. So I wanted to just go ahead and do that in this step, but we're still gonna smoke it out just a little bit more as we go on. I'm just holding my eye down like this because I want it to dry. All right, now guys, I am going to just take a makeup wipe. First, I'm gonna clean off my fingers just a little bit. And then we're gonna just take that makeup wipe and clean up the edge here. Oh, I might have wiped away too much. Okay, so that is one eye. Now we're gonna go over here and we're pretty much gonna do the same thing. On this side, we are going to start out with the cobalt once again and just tap, tap, tap all over the lid, going all the way up to the brow bone. And I just remembered, I don't know if I put my transition shade over here, but it's fine. We can do that. We can do it after we apply the color fix. I'm applying the transition shade. So I'm going to go back in with more blue. Yeah, because I just feel like I didn't put enough. Something I hate about eyeshadow, you do one eye, it looks perfect. You do the second eye, and it's not so perfect. But we're gonna keep moving, keep going. So we're gonna let this dry down like we did the first time, and then we're gonna go in with the Sephora Collection blue eyeshadow. Again, I don't know the name of it, so I'm gonna pop it up on the screen. Yeah, so in case you wanna check out something more affordable, you can go that route. All right, so the color fix is dried down. Now we're gonna go in with our powder shadow. Now, these Sephora shadows are cute. They're inexpensive, but they are hard as heck to open. So if you have nails, be aware. So I got it open. So this is what that color looks like. It looks just like the MAC blue triennial wave. And that's one of the reasons why I purchased this from the Sephora collection, is because it was so similar to the MAC. Yeah. All right, so let's just pop this on the lid. That is what we have here. Now, I have used this shadow before, and I will say, comparing it to the MAC shadow is more powdery, and it blends just a little bit better. This has a creamy texture to it, but still a nice color, and it does stay on the lid. I feel like it's just a wee bit brighter than the MAC shadow, but still a very nice shadow. So I'm going to take just a little bit of that mermaid, and again, just pat, pat, pat all over the lid, going into the inner corner to the center of the lid. I'm going to do just a little bit more just to build up the color just a little bit more. So I'm adding just a little bit more of that cobalt in the outer corner just to deepen it up a little bit. Again, guys, this is something fun you can do if you don't mind using your hands, but you definitely can use a brush if you prefer. When I'm playing with these color fix, I really like to use my fingers for some reason. And yes, it can be messy, but it's okay. We can clean it up, wipe. Okay, guys, so we are going to kind of bring what's on top of the eyes. We're going to bring it down on the lower lash line. So this is where we start to really, I guess you could say, do the smoky effect. I'm going to go back in with just a little bit more of the cobalt. And I'm going to do that over here on this line here. I'm going to take that triennial wave. I am going to use a smudger brush. And we are going to just smudge out. I'm not sure what's going on with my lights today, but if you like, you can go in with a black liner. And so we're going to just put that black liner. I'm going to go just a little heavier than I normally do with the black. All right, so I'm going to leave it right there for right now. We're going to go ahead and put a face on, and I think this look is going to come together. It's going to be really, really pretty. And yeah, so let's put a face together. I'm not going to talk during the face. I'm just going to put it on and let you guys see how it comes out. All right. Okay, guys, so we have, kind of finished up the face. Now I'm going to go in with my mascara. I'm going to be using my Gucci mascara for this look today. And I like this mascara because it is lengthening and it does add some volume. And it's a very, very black mascara. Y'all, I think for me, putting on mascara may be one of the longest processes in my makeup routine. Because I like mascara where I can build it up. Okay guys, so here we are. This is our finished blue smoky eye. Let me know down in the comments what you think about it. Now, I think it's bold, I think it's sexy, but it's also easy to wear. You can pair it with a nude lip just for some balance, or you can go with a glossy berry look for something just a little bit more dramatic. Now, I did go for the berry look. I am wearing, this is my Dior lipstick. This is their matte lipstick. This is in the shade 00 Night. It's a dark berry maroon, I guess you could say, color, but I think this is a perfect look for fall, y'all. I really do. I really do. So that's it, guys. Let me know down below in the comments, what do you think? So if you like this look, if you love this look, go ahead and leave a comment down below in the comment section. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so. I really appreciate it. But most importantly, y'all, come back for the next video, please.